The Lord preached in the wilderness for 3 days. Don't say Bishop Murray talks for too long. I'm trying to get to the Lord. He preached for 3 days. After 3 days he said, they're all hungry, they're all tired. So he said to his 12 apostles, feed them. And if there was anybody genius in the midst of all of them, with all of respect, I don't want him to be upset with me, but none of them was genius. The Lord said, feed them. He gave an order. If anybody said, in your name, Lord Jesus, I'll feed them all, he would have done the miracle, not the Lord Jesus. But none of them. They looked, and Philip, the one whose eyes is always open like a projector, he looked and he started using his heads like all we do. He said, Lord, even if we get all the bread of Baalbek. Did you get that one? The good old Lebanese bread. Even if we got all the Middle Eastern bread, it won't be enough to feed. Look at the multitude. They're in the thousands. You know, prior to that, the Lord said, I am the bread, the living bread that descended from heaven. They didn't get it. You know what they said to the Lord? They said, why don't you release them, Lord, and send them to these little villages? When you read it in English, little villages doesn't make too much sense, not too much clarity in it. But in Arabic, ضيعة. Or in the Lebanese accent, ضيعة. But it's ضيعة, not ضيعة. It is a ضيعة. In Arabic, the word ضيعة literally means lost. It derives from the word ضائع. ضائع means lost. In other words, why do they call those little villages lost? Because they are so tiny, so little, you won't even see them on the map. They are lost. So they call them lost, literally in Arabic. They are so tiny. They said to the Lord, send the people to be lost. It took him 3 days to gather them. He sweated it out. It took his blood to gather people, and the disciples, with a blink of an eye, said to the Lord, just let them be lost. So let's shorten the mass, and let's shorten the sermon. In Assyrian we call it shalala balala akachet la dayala. Very hard to translate into English. Come quick, leave quick. Why leave quick? Because people are tired. It's Sunday night, Bishop. They have to go to work tomorrow. They want to have some rest. So let them go away from you, Lord, because they can't rest in you. They'll have to rest in the world. Send them quickly. Bring them quickly to Jesus and let them go quickly, please. It's a crime to leave them with the Lord for 2-3 hours. It's a crime. But it's not a crime to leave them with Satan for the rest of the week. Wow. And we want to be seated at his right hand and left hand and come to church like a drive-through. You come to this church, as long as the bishop lives, you will sleep here. Get it? If I truly love you, I have to keep you as much as possible with the Lord, not push you away quickly. Don't be deceived by these weak church leaders that give in just to comfort people and upset the Lord Jesus. They are not good leaders. I was going to say something else, but I will bite my tongue. Not good. What happened to the Latin order? Mass. That's Eastern. It goes for 3 hours. Get rid of it. Stop it, because you want something quick. 5 minutes. So you're sending him to Satan quickly, church leader. You don't want him to be with the Lord. The Lord paid his blood for you and for the flock, and you're pushing him away. And now they want to impose killing innocent infants, even if they are born, 9 months, forcing hospitals, because they receive grants from so-called puppets, government. They're not governments, they are evildoers. So you are coming to impose such evil laws to kill that innocent infant for your evil deed, and you are forcing Christians and other people who have still a conscience that say this is a pure murder. You want to impose it, closing churches, closing hospitals, just for your evil agendas. But you know what? This is what you deserve as Christians when you keep silent in the face of evil. Then cop it and be enslaved by it. Until when the Christian world are going to keep silent? Until when the so-called church leaders are going to keep silent before some puppets running the show? Until when? To gain the right hand and the left hand of Christ in His kingdom, you can't be a coward and a traitor. You need to be a warrior, a true man for the Lord Jesus. Not a coward. So the Premier says, may the Lord Jesus address the Premier. May the Lord Jesus address the Prime Minister. May the Lord Jesus address every leader of the world that is living to do evil. May the Lord rebuke you all one by one. And I pray now, rebuke you all one by one. May His wrath come upon you so swiftly, you won't even know what hit you. Because enough evil. Satan is a defeated enemy, crushed by the sandals of Christ. So you want to be a Christian? You want to live for the Lord? You need to take responsibility. Another thing, my beloveds, when we come to church, come early. Don't come late. Be strong. Be a warrior. What is it, 2-3 hours for the Lord I give? I give Him all my life. It's His. I give Him everything. It's all His. Anyway, I'm giving Him nothing. Everything is His. So what is it so hard that I give Him 2 hours in that Sunday? Is it too much to give for the one who died and rose from the dead for me? Is it too much for the one who loves me and there is no one else that loved me more than Him or anywhere near Him? What is those 2-3 hours in comparison with what the Lord Jesus has done for all of us, my beloveds? If I had that privilege and opportunity, I would sleep in the church and never leave it. Because this is the ark, and anything outside of this ark is the great flood of the world, the temptations, the lust, the filth of the world. Is this what we are rushing to go into? To be drowned by the flood of the world? Drugs is a flood. That flood that happened in the time of our father Noah, we can't just take it literally, even though it was a literal event, but we need to take it also in the spiritual event. In the spiritual event, there is so many things that drown us. It is like that great flood. The only way to escape the great flood is the ark, which is the church, because in the church is Noah, and Noah means peace, tranquility, nichutha, which means tranquil, peaceful. So who is Noah representing symbolically here? Christ the King, because in Him there is peace, tranquility, and comfort. He is the captain of this ship. And as long as He's the captain, the flood of the world cannot bring the ship down when Christ is the captain. Cannot. Don't rush into the world. Don't be so keen. Don't be so alive. Don't be so strong. Don't be so eager to run to the world and be so weak and hesitant to run to Christ. Don't, my beloved. The flood of the world, drugs, alcohol, gambling, pornography,